some of the things that happened, well, basically, I had to crash. I have a massive life crash in my life to wake up to the bigger picture of life. And, you know, different things, different people were coming into my life, and I didn't realise I needed to change until all my family left me. They emigrated to other countries. I was going through a divorce. I had a drinking problem, which was, you know, quite chaotic, because they say if your inner world is chaotic, your outside world is going to be chaotic. And I basically had to have a massive life crash to wake up and look for something new.
Welcome back to the Lucrative Lady Talk Show with me, your host, Pam Obasa. I'm so excited about today's episode. So I want to say a massive thank you if you are a returning guest and you have watched a different episode. Thank you so much for coming back. And for those of you who haven't subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe right now. And remember to turn on the bell so that you are the first to see when we launch a new episode. And we publish 3 times a week. So today is an extra special show because I'm talking about one of my favorite topics, and that is, of course, the law of attraction. So do you use the law of attraction? Well, how do you make the law of attraction work for you? Well, my guest on the show today, the amazing Kim Wymer from Happy Days Coaching, is going to be talking all about how the law of attraction works, how to use it to work for you. So welcome to the show, Kim.
Thank you. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you for inviting me, Pam.
Thank you so much for being here. I'm really, really excited to talk to you because we've met before.
Yeah, we have.
Several times, actually.
Yes.
And you talk about the law of attraction in a very unique way, but it stems from your story, essentially. So before we go into the practicalities of the law of attraction and how to use it, who is Kim Wymer and how did you get to being on my couch today? Besides the fact that I invited you.
Who is Kim Wymer? Okay, Kim Wymer, once upon a time, was this quiet, shy, unconfident woman. I never had any belief in myself. I was very self-doubting. I had no self-acceptance, no self-esteem. I was very shy most of my life. Right. And that happened right up until my mid-40s.
Why? What happened? What was it that made you so low in confidence?
It was my programming. It was my mind programming. It was my upbringing, my surroundings, my family and friends, and everybody in my life, really, because that was how I used to think.
Okay.
How I was programmed to think, and I didn't know any difference, really.
Can you give me an example? Because when we talk about programming of how the mind is programmed, I think for some people when they hear that, it's just like, what do you mean my mind is programmed? What do you mean that my surroundings and my family have affected me?
Yeah, it's your mindset. Okay. Really, it's the way you're thinking, because they say that we are programmed, or our mindset is how it is by the time we're 7 years old. Right. And that's because whoever brought us up, we sort of tend to get their mindset as well. So I'm not saying really miserable and really negative, but if your family, your friends, your peers have got a certain language, a certain way of thinking, then you're going to grow up like that, thinking in the same way as them.
Without even realising it.
Without realising it, and having their beliefs.
Okay.
And without realising it, it's like a subconscious thing that you don't realise you've got.
So what were some of the things that, growing up for you realised that, even as much as being 40, as you said, it then crept up and it still affected you at that stage? What were some of the things that happened, if you don't mind sharing?
I don't mind sharing at all. Some of the things that happened, well, basically, I had to crash. I have a massive life crash in my life to wake up to the bigger picture of life. And, different things, different people were coming into my life, and I didn't realise I needed to change until all my family left me. They emigrated to other countries. I was going through a divorce. I had a drinking problem, which was, quite chaotic, because they say if your inner world is chaotic, your outside world is going to be chaotic. And I basically had to have a massive life crash to wake up and look for something new.
And see, the crazy thing about having a life crash is that some people have that, but they don't get to the other side of looking for something new. How did you find, you're such a beautiful person. We've met so many times, and this is you consistently a happy woman. How does one go from drinking all the time and having lots of negative things happen and running away from life and emigrating to being a person who is very stable, very loving, and an incredible coach. What was it that really helped you to make that shift?
Okay, so what it was, as far as I can remember, because when you're a drinker, yeah, you sort of like you're killing brain cells, thousands of brain cells on a daily basis. And someone said to me one day, Kim, you've got to be more positive.
Right.
And I knew I had to be more positive, but I knew the word, but I didn't know how to change. I didn't know how to be positive, you know. So I started Googling, and I started going on Amazon and looking for things to read.
Yeah.
And I came across a book called Love Life, Live Life by a lady called Sue Stone. And she opened up a whole new world for me because I wasn't, you know, really an avid reader. I just used to read newspapers and magazines like normal women do when I could focus, you know, just anything simple. And I read this lady's book and I thought, what? She was talking about quantum physics.
Okay.
She was talking about universal laws of nature. She was talking about energy and Albert Einstein. And I found it fascinating. But I remember the first time I read it, I couldn't focus on it properly.
Right.
And it was very interesting to me. So I did go back to it a little while later. So the first thing I did was start to, you know, sort myself out and get off of the drinking.
Okay.
Because I needed that focus. Because I wanted to change my life. Because, you know, this subject was so interesting and promising.
Yeah.
So I wanted to do that.
Yeah. It gave you hope.
It gave me
essentially
hope.
From going to do some research and finding out. You found something that gave you, you know, a whole other life that you now have.
Yeah.
So what was it about what you saw in the book, really, that pushed you forward? What was it? So you talked about quantum physics.
Yeah.
What else was it?
Energy.
Okay, tell me about energy.
So energy, literally, I'm not talking about gas and electric. I'm not talking about that energy because that's what I thought energy was.
Oh, right.
Because
so do a lot of people,
a lot of people do. What do you mean energy? Because you can't see energy. You don't realise that we are energetic beings.
That's right.
Made up from energy. Everything is made up of energy. Even our thoughts, our words, our statements. You know, the way we're thinking, the way we're feeling. It's basically, it all boils down to energy because that is all there is.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's how it started. And I thought,
right,
I've got to change my energy.
how do we make that tangible, though? Because I'm new to this because it isn't tangible, right? Let's say there's somebody who's watching this and she's thinking, what do you mean by energy? Can we make it more practical? So, for example, you're there, I'm here, we both have energy right now, right? So how does that impact? How does my energy impact yours, possibly, and your energy impact mine, possibly? Can we give some examples?
Well, we're basically made up of atoms and molecules at a tiny, you know, minuscule level. We are basically as well human energy, magnetic human beings. We've got this magnetism around us, around our brains, around our hearts. We're basically made up of energy. You cannot see it, okay, and we're radiating these frequencies like a radio station,
okay,
you know. So for an example, if you tuned into Radio 1, you wouldn't expect to hear Kiss FM, because you've tuned into Radio 1, and we need tuning because our tuning gets out of sync, out of frequency. So we need to raise our energy and feel good and, you know, energize those high frequency vibrations to attract more of that energy, you know, high frequency vibrational energy back to us.
Okay. I love that. So when it comes to energy, how does one know that they have a low energy? What are some of the signs that, you know, that tells you?
Feeling low.
Okay.
Feeling miserable. Looking out into the world with a negative perception, you know, emotions and feelings. Really, there's lots of negative emotions, and I had a lot of them, including anger, and hatred, and jealousy, and bitterness, and resentment, and all of that stuff, you know, that you brought up with because that's normal, because it's around you.
Oh my gosh!
But when you know about frequencies, vibrations, and energy, you don't want that low frequency anymore. Because you don't want to attract more of that because we're electromagnetic human beings. And I didn't really study at school all the sciences, but when I got into the quantum physics, it was explained to me so simply anyone can understand it.
Yeah. And the crazy thing about this, Kim, is that it affects you in every area of your life.
Yeah.
Just listening to you, I remember going to a store to buy something, and I got speaking to the lady who served me, and she was telling me about her brother who she hasn't spoken to for 30 years because they fell out.
Yeah.
And she said, Pam, I will never, ever speak to him in my life. And it was over something, obviously in my eyes were very small, but in hers, it was massive.
Yeah.
But that's what you're talking about, isn't it? When
holding on to resentment
Yeah.
and the past.
Yeah.
Holding on to the past. Yeah.
So how do these things affect a person? Because someone can be thinking, do you know what? I'm justified for feeling angry. I'm justified for holding on to resentment. I've been hurt by somebody, and so I'm justified with the feelings that I have right now. But can we just talk a little bit about, how that is actually only hurting you, the person?
It's actually like drinking poison.
Yeah. Yeah.
And expecting the other person to die.
Yeah.
Because you're the one who's got those feelings and those emotions.
Yeah.
So you're hurting yourself.
Absolutely.
Basically.
Yeah.
Because the other person might not even be thinking about you, but you're the one with all the feelings and emotions, which in turn is a low frequency.
Yes.
Which in turn, you're putting that out there and you're attracting more of that back.
Yeah.
So it's not serving you by feeling that way.
No.
Throughout your whole life.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the crazy thing about that is you are attracting more of it, because I've been through moments in my life, Kim, when I have been depressed. I've been very down for justified reasons. Yeah. And the crazy thing about those moments is that the moment you get in that moment, even if it's just at 5%, before you know it, it doubles. Before you know it, you are just, it's like a downward spiral. And you just keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. And before you know it, it's now full-blown depression, which then leads into very negative thoughts, possibly suicidal thoughts, and lots of other things. But it started with, as you said, with a negative energy.
Yes, definitely.
So can we just talk about, how does one get out of that rut? How do you get out of that situation where you are, it's justified. Your feelings are justified. The things that have happened to you are very real.
Yeah.
But how do you get out? How do you get up from that in spite of what has happened?
When you say very real, when it happened, it was very real at that time.
Okay.
At that moment.
Right.
Okay, so you still might be holding on to that resentment years later.
Yeah.
But that moment is not real anymore.
In that moment, in the new moment.
Yes, so...
Right.
Live for today. My thing is living for today, living in the now, deal with this moment right now.
Right.
Not even what happened 5 minutes ago. Because it's not even real anymore. It's only real in your head. It's just a thought.
How? I know, and I agree. It is just a thought. How do you forgive somebody who's hurt you so much? How do you forgive yourself?
Yeah, forgiving yourself is a big thing, because we all do wrong things in life, don't we? We all say things we don't mean at the spur of the moment. We all get uptight and angry really, really easily. But once you've got that awareness of feeling that way, that's the key.
Yeah.
You've got the awareness and you've got the choice to change that feeling.
Yeah.
You can either hold on to it and, boil up in a rage and hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Or you can have the awareness that you've got that feeling and that emotion and you can let it go. How do you want to feel? What do you want to attract to yourself?
Right. Okay.
So it's living in the now.
Yeah.
And this very moment is all that's real.
Because it's really all we have.
It's all we have.
As well. We don't have the next moment.
No.
It's really all we have. So if we are just going through life, and if every moment is a negative moment, if it's an angry moment, or if you're really living in the past.
That's right. It becomes a habit, Pam.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's like we are habitual beings and we hold on to things way too much and it's not serving us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just the habits.
So now I know that you work with people on this. So how did that come about in terms of, building your coaching business? What was the transition? So you went from, you were feeling really down, really low, drinking and all of those negative things happening. You discovered this book. You started to look into this topic. It changed your life. What happened next?
Wow. I started to read more and more positive thinking books.
Okay. Yeah.
And from someone who used to just read newspapers, which is very negative.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a daily process that can make you feel worse.
Yeah.
To start to reading books. So firstly, I had to get off of the drinking, which took a little while because you have to wean yourself off of that.
Yeah.
Started to read more positive thinking books. And that's when I came across the first book that I read. That lady became my coach.
Ah,
yeah.
Right.
Now, I wasn't looking for a coach. I didn't know I needed a coach. I didn't know what my next process was.
Yes.
But some miraculous synchronicities started to happen over the next few months once I'd started to read the positive thinking books.
Yeah.
Now, they all explain about quantum science and the laws of the universe, but all the books explain it in different ways.
Yeah.
Because we all learn in different ways. It was just resonating with me, and I thought, and different things was happening in my life.
Yeah.
And I was attracting different things in my life, which was lining up with what I was reading about. And it was like,
so you were practicing it.
Practicing it.
It was
even
working.
Unconsciously.
Yeah.
You're practicing it because I had the awareness now.
Yes.
So, things were happening and people were saying things, and I was thinking, I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
Once you've got the awareness,
Yeah.
it's kind of like a miraculous awakening.
Yeah.
Awakening, I felt like I'd woken up to a new world.
Right.
And the awareness is the main thing. So then I wrote an email to the author of the first book that I read.
Right.
Now, I resonated with the author because she looked like my parents. She looked like my mum. She looked like my sister, who had both emigrated.
Right.
Now, that was one of the reasons. That was a law of attraction in itself. That was the main reason I chose that first book.
Right. So it really jumped out.
It
you
did.
felt like you knew her.
Yeah, I felt like I knew her because I thought she looks like my mum, my sister. That's the first one I'm going to read.
Yeah.
She ended up becoming my
interesting.
coach. Yeah, it was very interesting.
Yeah.
Now, I went on her course around 6 months later.
Yeah.
Because I started to notice the synchronicities and the things that were slotting into place and the things that was happening. And I was really, really getting into it. It was helping me,
Right.
basically, because in the beginning I was upset because I didn't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right.
Then it started to happen. I went on the coach's course and, oh, my God, that just blew me away.
Yeah.
I was upset and emotional with myself for not knowing about it earlier.
Yeah, that's right. Because we don't know how much time we are really
don't.
wasting. You don't know what you don't know.
Time.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah.
Brilliant. So now, when you talk about the law of attraction, you talk about it in terms of energy. You talk about what we attract. Now, how does somebody, is there a thing as having the power for the law of attraction? Is it something we all have?
Yes,
is it something we all have to
we have.
learn?
We're very powerful beings.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't realise that. We don't realise how powerful we are. I didn't even realise that. When you look at it at the bottom line, we've all got different ways of thinking, different religions, different things that we believe in. We all believe in different things and it's all got different labels.
Right.
But at the end of the day, in my world, in my belief system, it's all energy.
Yes. Okay.
So if you're feeling good,
you're
going to attract good.
So is that the key then?
That's the key. So working on your feel-good factor. That is the key.
So if you want to attract something
that's good,
then what are the steps? So you want to attract something that you want. Maybe perhaps you want to attract a new life partner, a new business, or a new job. What are the steps that one takes?
Firstly, you've got to believe. Yeah, your belief system is a big thing.
Yeah.
Because lots of people can use the tools, they can use the techniques, but don't basically believe that it's going to happen for them.
That's right.
And that's when it's not really going to happen. Because deep down in your subconscious mind, it's radiating, but it's not going to work anyway.
Yeah.
That's the first thing, belief that it's going to happen.
Yeah. I totally agree with that because a lot of people say law of attraction and some people say faith. I say faith.
Yes, everyone says different things.
That's right. But the foundation of it is you've got to believe. Yeah. You've got to see it happening.
Trust and believe.
Trust and believe, see it happening and actually walk in that moment regardless of what is happening in your present.
As if, it's like acting as if.
Yes.
Feeling as if it's already happened in the present moment.
Right. Now, if I were to ask you, Kim, what are, your 5 rules of success when it comes to, let's say, somebody who has absolutely no idea about the law of attraction or about faith, about the fact that you can literally call things that are not as they are, and they can become those things if you take some specific steps. What are, like your top 5 things that they have to follow? Yeah.
Well, in my world, in my belief system, they're really simple steps, okay? And you can look at them and think, they're too simple. How's that going to work?
Yeah.
But knowing that we are such powerful beings, radiating energy, the first thing I would focus on is to be very, very grateful.
Yes. Oh, I love that.
That's a massive, massive tool. It's simple, but, to be grateful, even if you don't think you've got that much, be very grateful for the little that you have.
Yeah.
Focus on things that you've got to be grateful for.
That's right. Yeah.
Now start off with the roof over your head.
Yeah.
And the clothes on your back.
The things we take for granted.
You've got.
Yeah.
the things we take for granted, the most simplest of things to focus on. Because when you're feeling good and grateful, when you wake up in the morning, you're radiating a good energy.
That's right. That's right.
Think you? Just imagine if they were taken away from you.
Yeah.
How would you feel if you had no roof, if you had no clothes,
Yeah.
if you had no food?
If you didn't have your health.
If you didn't have your health.
Yeah.
How would you feel if they were taken away?
Yeah.
So I'd say that's the first rule of thumb.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being grateful.
Absolutely. Gratitude is just such an important thing. I
it
think
is.
that's a universal
Number one.
law of itself. So we have gratitude. So so let's say we're going to practice this. You're going to wake up and practically you can get a notepad and start writing down the things that you are grateful for.
Definitely. Add to your list every day.
Add to your list every day. I love it. What else could you do?
Definitely know what you want.
Okay.
Okay, know what you want, because people know what they don't want.
Yeah.
And they focus on that.
That's right. And then you attract it.
Yeah, and then you attract it. Oh, I hope it don't go wrong. I hope it don't go wrong. I hope this don't happen.
Yeah.
I can see it going wrong.
Oh, and then it does happen.
You know,
Yeah.
don't even do that to yourself. Always focus on what you do want.
Yeah.
Visualizing. You know, we've got powerful minds, powerful brains.
Yes.
Visualize how you want it to go.
Yes.
And feel good about it.
And feel good about it.
Yes.
And the crazy thing about the knowing part of it, Kim, is that when things do go wrong, negative people would say, oh, I knew it.
Yep.
Or I told
that
you
would
so.
happen.
Oh, I knew that would happen. Oh, I knew you wouldn't get
Because
that
they
job.
foresaw that happening.
Oh, I knew that would never happen to me. I knew, I would never make any money doing this. Well, of course you knew.
Yeah,
You've
that's
attracted.
That's right.
You've attracted it, to you because you believe.
Because you've got that belief.
That's right. That
and
it wouldn't
knowing
happen.
deep down that it's not going to go right.
Yes.
That's the switch.
Yes. One of the best books that I've read, amongst many, is Your Wish is Your Command.
Yeah.
And it literally is that your wish, whatever it is that you wish for.
Yeah.
You can have it.
Yes.
We can be, you can be the creator of that moment based off of what you believe. Brilliant. I love it. So gratitude, know what you want.
Yeah.
What would you say a third one is?
I said visualizing.
Visualizing.
What you
Okay.
want. Yes.
I love it. Okay.
Meditating.
Nice.
Meditation helped me so much. I'd say it was a really big tool. They're all big tools, really.
Yeah.
But because it starts with your inner world, your subconscious,
Yes.
if your inner world is chaotic, then it's going to reflect on your outer world.
Yeah.
So because my mind was so chaotic and I was a drinker and I had an analysis paralysis.
Yeah.
Lots of people do this.
Lots of people do.
Talking about it, that negative chatter that goes on inside that's driving you mad, like the monkey mind.
Yeah.
That needed calming down.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the biggest thing that I ever did was to work on my meditation every single day. And I'd never meditated in my whole life.
And it's difficult to meditate because it's about finding that stillness in your mind that gives you room. And if I'm being completely honest, I still struggle with meditation. And my tool, what I do, instead of struggling to find that stillness, I just replace it with a thought that I actually want.
Yes.
So I just direct my mind and choose what I want to focus on. Because if I can't find the stillness, well, then I can actually just tilt that thinking into what it is that I actually want.
That's right.
Brilliant.
If you feel that you need to meditate, and then you notice that in your mind, then you've got the awareness. Yeah, that's the key word.
Right.
To switch your thoughts.
Absolutely. Brilliant. Okay. Do you have a last one?
Meditate. Persistence.
Oh,
never giving up.
Yeah.
Because there's something called the chaos theory.
Right.
Because when you've got something that you want to do, you've got a goal to achieve, you want to get somewhere, it's easy to give up.
Yeah, of course.
Because things come in, things go wrong.
Yeah.
Okay? And you think, I'm never going to get there. No, you've got to keep on every single day. You've got to keep that focus crystal clear.
Yeah.
And you've got to have that knowing deep down that it's going to work.
Yes.
Even if challenges come in, because that's life.
Yeah, that's right.
Challenges come in.
Yeah.
You know,
that's right.
It's the world, but it's your attitude towards those challenges.
Yes, it is. It really is.
It's our attitudes.
Yeah. Because we don't have any control over the things that happen to us.
No, we don't.
But we do have some level of control over how we react.
Our attitude
towards those things. Our attitude. That's right.
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. And persistence is just such a key one, because when you practice faith or law of attraction, whatever you want to call it, right? You can't just practice it for 1 week.
No.
And then
no.
it's like, oh, well, it didn't happen. Oh, well, it doesn't work. It's just something that has to be part of your lifestyle.
Yes, it
essentially.
does. Daily basis.
Daily
Absolutely
basis.
using the tools on a daily basis. And obviously we're going to have wobbles.
Yeah.
Obviously we're going to have challenges and
Absolutely.
we're going to want to give up.
Yes.
But persistence is the key.
That's
Pick
right.
yourself up every day. It's a new day.
Yeah, that's it. Just do it.
Living in the now. Go for it.
Very quickly, I want to talk about Out of the Shadows, this incredible book. So tell us just a little bit about why you wrote this book and who it is for.
So that was not going to be a book.
Ah.
That was my therapy.
Right.
In the beginning. Because writing things down is so very powerful. Lots of coaches will tell you that. Write it down.
Yeah.
Keep on writing it down. Whatever you want, write it down. Okay, so I used to be quite a really shy, unconfident person.
Yeah.
No voice, being quite suppressed.
Yeah.
As on top of depressed, like there was suppression as well. Didn't have a voice. Wouldn't speak up, wouldn't sort out my problems with my partners. You know, it's just shoving everything under the carpet.
Yes.
And you don't get nowhere like that. There's no,
That's right.
You can't find solutions.
Yeah.
So I started writing things down, and it just popped into my head one day to just start to write. And what's the furthest back you can remember? So I took myself back to a young age, and I just started to write what I could remember. And then I got addicted to writing about what I could remember, and it just carried on. And it really did help me. It brought up all of my emotions.
Yeah.
It brought back lots of memories. It helped me to figure out why this happened, and to find out about people in my life and why they did what they did. It just opened up like a big realisation, really.
Yeah.
And I was really open and honest, and it's sort of like hanging out my dirty washing, if you like.
Yeah.
You
know?
know?
Like journaling.
It was like journaling, but a personal diary.
Yeah.
It wasn't going to be for the world to see.
Right.
But once I'd noticed I'd got everything onto paper, I thought, I think this can help people, because there's probably lots of people out there in the world that are going through stuff like I am, and they're keeping it in. Yeah. And if anyone can see that I am being open and, you know, turning my life around and speaking up, finding my voice, if I can do that, the shyest person in the universe, then anyone can do anything.
Absolutely, absolutely. And it does do that. It does show you that, you know, if you can do it, you know, so can I. And that's what it is for. Brilliant. Thank you so much, Kim. Really great to have had you. So where can people find the book and find you?
Okay, so the book is on Amazon.
Brilliant.
Or it's on my website as well. So can I mention my website?
Of course you can. Of course you can.
My website is just called kimwymer.com.
Fantastic. We will put it in the description and on the screen so that everybody can find you. Thank you so much, Kim. Really great to have had you as a guest on the show talking about this. Incredible. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed it. Thank you for the invite.
Thank you. Thank you, lucrative ladies. Thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead, stalk Kim wherever you can. Find her on her website, on social media, and grab the book. It is available on Amazon. Please make sure you do it, because it is incredibly life-changing. Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us, everyone. It's been amazing to have you. If you haven't already subscribed to this channel, please make sure that you do hit the subscribe and the bell so that you can get all of the episodes that we throw together in this season. Thank you so much. Take care. Bye-bye.